Hi there and welcome to another Quicklime tutorial, and in this one we're going to be looking at drill down maps. So how we can have a geographical map that shows multiple locations and we can drill down from there to an individual site. So the first thing I'm going to do is create a geographical map. So here in Quicklime I'm going to go over to the Maps tab and I'm going to hit the New and Add Map button. And for this, we're going to choose a geographical map, and I'm going to call this my world map. Once I've added that, you'll see it shows up now in my list of available maps here. Then I'll go over to my desktops, and I've already created one called World Map, and I'm going to drag this onto there. So now I have a geographical map of the world that shows various locations I can zoom in on. Now the next thing we're going to want to do is locate my different desktops or submaps. So for example, I have a map already set up for our test data center and hot aisle containment, cold aisle containment, and so on. Now they have been added here. If I go into this desktop, there's my data center there. So I could drag this desktop of this data center to my world map. So if I come over to here and let's say I want to locate this data center somewhere here on the outskirts of London, I'm going to drag data center desktop onto my map here and there it will show up. Now I can right click on this and I can edit the marker and I can change it. I can change its shape, I can change its image, I can upload a custom image. So I've covered those in another tutorial, how to customize your maps. So we're just going to stick with the standard shape for now. So there is our desktop. Now if I double click on this, it will actually then take me to that desktop directly. So I can see what's going on in this particular facility. And then we've got the back button here for previous desktop. If I hit that, it's going to take me back to the previous desktop, which was this map. Now let's say I have another data center. So I have another data center here. And I'm going to locate that in a different place. So we'll drag that one down there. Now you can see that this one is flashing red, and that's because I have something here which is high critical. So I'm going to want to drill down there and see which of my sensors here are in a critical condition. And this one is normal, so I can drill down there and I can see here. So this is a sensor CFD desktop that we're looking at here, that allows us to visualize the airflow around the data center. So that's how we can set up our map with geographical locations and be able to drill down to a specific place. Now it doesn't have to be a world map. You could create any map. You can upload an image. So the world map does need access to the internet because we download the maps as you open this. However, you can do an offline version. You would need to take a screenshot, say, of your Google Maps location, and then you can do the same thing, create a static map, upload an image, and then you can drag and drop your various desktops onto here. So you have your geographical map and you can drill down easily. Now you can see as you zoom out, we combine locations that are close together. So you can see here now I've got a dot that's red and says 2. So this tells me I've got 2 locations merged together there as we zoom out. And one of them is in a critical condition because it's showing red. So again, as you zoom out, you can see I've got a critical situation here. I can just click on that and it will zoom me into a level where they separate and I can see those locations. So that's briefly how you can set up drill down mapping in Quicklime quite easily to be able to cover a wide geographical area, see all of your locations and what's going on at each one, and be able to quickly get from a world view down to a desktop view, and then in one more click we're right down to the rack that's got the actual problem there. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.